Welcome to the Student Scholars Public Speaking Series. Today, we're going to explore one of the most powerful tools you have as a speaker, your voice. Many people focus on the words they say when delivering a speech, but your voice, how you use tone, pitch, and volume can significantly impact how your message is received. The way you control and vary your voice can make your speech more engaging, compelling, and memorable. Let's dive into the basics of voice control and how to use your voice effectively to captivate your audience. 1. The power of tone in public speaking. First, let's talk about tone. Tone refers to the emotion or attitude conveyed through the sound of your voice. The tone you use can set the mood of your speech, help emphasize key points, and even influence how your audience feels about the topic. For example, imagine you are delivering a motivational speech. If you speak in a flat, monotonous tone, your audience may start to feel uninterested or disengaged. But if you use an inspiring, passionate tone, your words will come to life, and your audience will feel energized. Here are a few tips to help you master tone. Match your tone to the message. If you are speaking about something serious, like a social issue, use a respectful and empathetic tone. If you are telling a funny story, use a lighthearted and playful tone. Adjust based on your audience. If you're speaking to a group of children, your tone might be more animated and cheerful. But if you're addressing a formal audience, a calm and confident tone might be more appropriate. Vary your tone throughout. Keep your speech interesting by adjusting your tone for different sections. A speech that stays at one tone level can become dull and hard to follow. 2. Mastering pitch for effective communication. Next, let's talk about pitch. Pitch refers to how high or low your voice sounds. It can have a huge impact on the way people perceive your message. A voice with varied pitch can be more engaging and easier to listen to than a voice that stays at the same pitch. When you vary your pitch, it keeps the audience's attention and makes your words stand out. For instance, speaking in a higher pitch can convey excitement or urgency. If you're talking about something thrilling or important, raising your pitch slightly can emphasize the importance of your words. On the other hand, a lower pitch often conveys authority and seriousness. If you need to make a strong point or show confidence, lowering your pitch can be effective. To control your pitch, experiment with different pitches in practice. Try speaking at a higher pitch, then a lower pitch, and notice how your voice sounds. Use your natural pitch range. Don't overdo it. A pitch that's too high or low for too long can sound unnatural and distracting. A mix of high, medium, and low pitches will keep your speech lively and dynamic. Pause between changes. When you change your pitch, don't be afraid to take a short pause to emphasize the shift. This can create anticipation and make your message more impactful. 3. Controlling volume for impact. Volume refers to how loud or soft your voice is when you speak. It's essential to control your volume to match the context of your speech and the environment you're in. If you speak too softly, people might not be able to hear you. If you speak too loudly, you could come across as aggressive or too forceful. Here's how you can manage volume to make your speech more effective. Speak loud enough to be heard. Ensure that your voice reaches the entire room without straining. Adjust your volume depending on the size of your audience. In a large hall, you'll need to project your voice. For a smaller group, a moderate volume may be sufficient. Use volume for emphasis. To highlight a critical point in your speech, you can increase your volume for emphasis. When you lower your volume, people have to pay closer attention, which can make them more engaged and interested in what you're saying. Don't shout. While volume is important, shouting or speaking too loudly can create discomfort. Find a comfortable, strong volume that is engaging but not overpowering. 4. The importance of pauses. In addition to tone, pitch, and volume, pauses play a significant role in effective voice control. Pausing during your speech gives your audience time to absorb what you're saying and adds drama to your words. A well-timed pause can be more impactful than a string of sentences. Here are a few tips for using pauses effectively. Pause after important points. When you make a critical point, pause for a moment to let it sink in. Pause for dramatic effect. If you want to build suspense or anticipation, pause before delivering a punchline or an important piece of information. Don't rush. Pauses also help you to relax and maintain a calm, controlled voice. This can make your delivery sound more polished and confident. So, to summarize, controlling your tone, pitch, volume, and using pauses effectively can truly transform the way you deliver a speech. Your voice is one of your most powerful tools in public speaking. By practicing voice control, you can make your message more engaging, persuasive, and memorable. As you prepare for your next speech, think about how you can vary your voice to capture your audience's attention. Experiment with different tones, pitches, and volumes, and notice how they change the impact of your words. And remember, a confident speaker with a well-controlled voice is much more likely to connect with their audience and leave a lasting impression. This concludes our video on the basics of voice control in public speaking. Thank you for your attention, and I encourage you all to keep practicing and refining your voice control to become even more effective communicators. See you next time.